guess the obvious question first off, Brett, Cruiser, will he play this week?
He'll be very close. I think now it's he played 95%, 75 the week before, and 50. So yeah, it'll just, I suppose, depend how the knee responds during the week.
Does the fact that you've got a scheduled game up at Metro, I think, in the VFL impact on that decision?
Yeah, no, it won't, because the VFL team is up in the Gold Coast. It won't change our decision. If Matthew doesn't play with us, he'll go up there and play. So yeah, nothing will change.
He seems confident. Does the match committee and the medicos share his confidence?
Yeah, I don't know who commented on how confident. I don't think Matthew's had a lot to say in regards to that. So someone's maybe expressed that for him, or in their own view expressed it that he was ready to go. So yeah, I've had a chat to him this morning, and he feels pretty good. He really was. He thought the difference between this week and last week was a fair bit. So yeah, his confidence is on the rise. I think the biggest battle for him will probably be his own battle with his own expectations and things like that. That'll be the biggest challenge that he'll have with the football. We know sort of what to expect, and we'll probably give him some guidance along the way when he does come into the seniors on what we expect from him. But I think his own expectation will be extremely high, because that's the type of person he is.
Is Warnock available, and will that have a bearing on Cruiser's return?
Yeah, Warnock is available. He'll train all week, so he started today, which is good. He'll do everything, so he'll be available. Yeah, the big debate is how many big blokes you go in with, and the run, and playing at Etihad as well.
Hampson looked a little bit sore at training today, is he okay?
Just his workload went up a fair bit. I think with Michael going off and using Satanta as a backman at times, I think Sean just took the full brunt of all the ruck work. So I think he's fine.
And Jamison?
Jamison, yeah, he's going all right at the moment. Yeah, he's a little bit sore after the game, but every day he's recovering well.
And you expect him to play?
Yeah, if I was, I would expect him to play unless something goes wrong. He's progressing fine, but something goes wrong, we can't do much about it.
And weight's okay?
Weight, he's got some soreness or tightness through sort of that glute hamstring area, and that'll be a test later in the week. We won't even test him out until sort of the last session.
I was going to say, how nice is it to be winning on the weekend and still then turn around and have Henderson, Bauer, Cruiser all named among the best in the VFL? Yeah,
it is good. I think it's good too. Marcus Davies probably didn't have the greatest start to the year either at VFL level, but I think he was best player by. Harrow judged him best player at reserves level last week, so that's really good for him as well. So we've got some players that have played senior football and that are not far away, which is great.
You've spoken before about the need to think laterally with Bauer's fitness. How's he coming along, coupled in the VFL now? And, coming along right?
He's come together fairly quickly. He's always been quite his endurance levels have been pretty good and comes to hand fairly quickly. So, yeah, he'll come into calculation as well this week, as will Houlihan.
Story about that, Andrew Walker starting contract negotiations. How keen are you to get his signature?
We're keen to get his signature, but those talks have been sort of going for a little while now. Usually after a good performance, everyone focuses on those, where does he sit from a contractual point of view. He's in really good form, he's playing great footy, he's playing great consistent footy, and that's probably goes with probably consistently played him in a spot that he's allowed to just keep developing. So that's been good for his footy, but I'll leave that to Greg and Stephen Ick to work out. But yeah, it would be great to keep Andrew going here at the footy club for forever.
Is there a specific reason you can pinpoint on Walker's resurgence? I say this year, just his consistency has been brilliant, 6 goals on the weekend. Is there something that he may have changed, maybe in his attitude or the way he goes about training, that may be a benefit to him this year?
Probably, as I touched on just before, about him playing one spot has allowed him to really focus on that, not trying to take on multiple tasks in changing his thinking from as a forward or a backman or a midfielder. He's allowed to just sort of go about his work and play sort of one position, or he's played wing a little bit at times as well, but it's been probably 90-85% as a forward.
And just on Cruiser again, should he be named this week in terms of selection? Do you have any ideas on potential ins and outs and what effect that may have on the side or anything like that at this point?
Pretty early. Got back at got home at 12 o'clock on sort of Sunday night, Monday morning. Started watching the review, and yeah, it's too early.
Good luck.
Yeah, thank you. If I need help, I'll give you a tingy.
Bryce Gibbs playing his 100th game this week.
Yeah.
What impact does he have on the club over his first 100?
Just his durability and a young man to come in and really take on what he's taken on. He hasn't. He's taken on big roles for a young man and done some great jobs on Goods and some of those players in the competition who are absolute superstars. So it's just great to see Bryce get 100 games. He'd be one of the youngest, I'd say, at our football club to reach 100 games. I think he'd be right up there anyway. But the way he goes about his footy, I think we've only just scratched the surface with Bryce. I think his body's looking in pretty good shape, but he's just going to fill out and become a really big man in that frame. And I think then we'll see Bryce really start to dominate games and the competition a bit more. But he's heading in the right direction. It's great to see him get 100 games.
The club and the list obviously is in a very strong position. At the start of the year, you talked about reviewing your contract at the end of the year. Are there any moves afoot to now bring that forward in terms of going forward in light of your success?
No, I don't worry about my contract. I'm worrying about Brisbane this week at Etihad, and not worrying about any contracts. They'll take care of themselves, and then we'll worry about it. But at the moment, there's another 4 points up for grabs, and that's what we're chasing.
Just last one on Cruz. You spoke last week about not really counting his first game in the VFL and his comeback because he only played half the game. Did his game at the weekend change your thinking?
I've just only seen a little bit on the tape, but yeah, it was a pretty good game. We got him into the ruck. This week he played predominantly in the ruck, like 60-40, where before he'd probably played more as a forward and probably just starved him of opportunities and things like that. So he got back to where he plays his best footy, and he felt really comfortable in and around the footy. And when he went up forward, he scored goals as well. So yeah, it was really good for him to maybe get some familiarity around the position that he plays and loves, and he just hunts the footy up. So I think that just gave him a bit more confidence. Yeah. He's going well. Thank you.